To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah, yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Black art perspective.
Good evening and hello to everyone. I'm so glad to be here with you. It reminds me of back in the day, I'm so glad to be in the house. Yes, I'm glad to be in the house of Yahweh. And that is exactly what we're looking at tonight. We are looking at what was going on with Ezekiel. We are going to continue with the 11th chapter. We're going to start there at the 11th chapter, and tonight we're going to do a little bit different. I think it's important because there are a couple of pieces in chapters 11, all of them actually, but specifically in 11 that I want to stop and take a look at, and then also there in chapter 13 as well. Well, chapter 12 as well. We're going to stop and we're going to take a look at a couple of different things. So I want to stop just right now and say hi to everyone. So that way, I hope you guys will keep the chat on lock for me so that when I finally get into everything, you guys will be able to say hi to people as they come in. I don't want to belabor the time, and so what I will do right now is say to my executive producer and friend, Steve Willis, hello, sir. I love the way you're greeting Mama Bear and Papa Bear, and how are you, madam? It is good to see you, Mama Bear, Papa Bear. Diane Brown, hello, family. I'm excited for this show. So am I. Isn't it good, Diane, when you can just break it on down and get into the word? Yes, ma'am. Deb Woods, good to see you this evening, and Rebecca Rage, it is good to see you as well. My dear brother William Craig, greetings to you. Greetings, greetings, greetings. And hey, don't you know, it's Dan Schramm. Hey Dan, how are you? It is good to have you with us this evening. So yeah, we're looking tonight at where we picked up where we left off is what we're going to do. We're going to pick up where we left off. And last time we left off in Ezekiel 10, our administrative assistant, none other than Mama Bear, Papa Bear. I know you got my back, girl, with keeping these scriptures on the screen so that people will know exactly where to go when they're going to do their study. And that's another reason why we like to, put the actual scriptures up on the screen so that in your private time, you can most assuredly study. So, as we look at Ezekiel 11, it starts out with the evil in the high places. Looks like I have a window open that's got something else open. Let me close that. There we go. All right, so moreover, the Spirit lifted me up and brought me unto the east gate of Yahweh's house, which looketh eastward. Now, east is very important. On you guys, on your own, I want you guys to look up why east is important. Please, you'll notice that everything is Eastgate, Eden. They put on the land of Eden, they put the garden. The garden was in the land of Eden, and it was in the east, okay? And they also sent them eastward when they did bad, when they sent Adam and Eve away. So look up the east on your own, you guys. Look that up. Okay, so it says that it went to looking eastward, and behold at the door of the gate 20 men, so 25, 5 and 20 men, right? 5 and 20 men, among whom I saw Jezaniah the son of Azure, Pelatiah the son of Benaniah, the princes of the people. Now, it's very important, as I said, we're going to stop as we go, but it's very important to know what these men's name meant. Very important. Jezaniah, his name actually means who else does Yah consider? Let me see. I have him listed here. And then also, when you're looking up, I got it right here for you, baby. So yeah, so what it is these guys have very charismatic names. When you look, let's just look them up, shall we? Ha! That's what we can do. This is our show. We can do it any way we want to. So we're going to look it up, and I'm going to do the interlinear because I do want you to look up there. I want you all to see their names. So here we go. So very charismatic names, right? You know, like Clefro Dollar has a very charismatic name. My former pastor was Price. Very charismatic names, and I'm just going to be candid and honest. They're charismatic. All right, so let's see. Who was the first one? It was Jezaniah, right? Because we're going from right to left because this is Hebrew. So let's just see what Jezaniah's name means, which is really Yazaniah. It means Yah hears the name of several Israelites. Yahazaniah means Yah hears the name of several Israelites. Okay, you think to yourself, well, that's not a problem. That's good names, great name. Let's look up Azure. Azure's name means helpful 3 Israelites. Helpful 3 Israelites. You think to yourself again, what's the problem with that? Those are great names. It's a good name, Felicia. Pelatiah 6410 in Strong's is Yah has delivered 3 Israelites. I'm going to sneeze, and I'm not at the mute button. Pardon me, I'm on the other side. We put pepper on the turkey soup, homemade turkey soup, and it sort of followed me. So anyway, it is Pelatiah means Yah has delivered 3 Israelites. Okay? Yah has delivered 3 Israelites. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? All right, so let's go to the next name. So it was Pelatiah, we have Azure, and Benaniah. Benaniah's name means Yah has built up the name of several Israelites. All nice names, right? Okay. Let's take a look at why I'm bringing or shedding light on their names, right? Let's just take a look. So it says that these were the princes of the gate, right? So they were the princes there in that city, in that place. They were the princes. That's who they were. They were the princes, okay? So let me start again to keep it in the flow. Moreover, the Spirit lifted me up and brought me unto the east gate of Yahweh's house, which looketh eastward. And behold, at the door of the gate 25 men, among whom I saw Jezaniah, the son of Azure, Pelatiah, the son of Benaniah, the princes of the people, lowercase p there, the princes of the people. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men which devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city, which say, it is not near. Time ain't near. Let us build the houses. This city is a cauldron, and we be the flesh. Therefore prophesy against them. Prophesy, O son of man. Then verse 5 says, and the Spirit of Yahweh fell upon me, and said unto me, Speak, thus saith Yahweh, thus have ye said, O house of Yasharal, for I know the things that come into your mind, every one of them. Ye have multiplied your slain in this city, and ye have filled the streets thereof with the slain. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Elohim Yahweh, your slain, whom ye have laid in the midst of it, they are the flesh, and this city is the cauldron. But I will bring you forth out of the midst of it. Ye have feared the sword, and I will bring a sword upon you, saith Yahweh. And I will bring out of the midst of, therefore, and deliver you into the hands of strangers, and execute judgment upon you. You shall fall by the sword. I will judge you in the border of Israel, Yasharal. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. This city shall not be your cauldron, neither shall ye be the flesh in the midst thereof. But I will judge you in the border of Israel. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. For ye have not walked in my statutes, neither executed my judgments, but have done after the manners of the heathen that are round about you. So listen, let's just take a second. They're acting just like the people that are around about them. Because, of course, we know that they are in a captivity. Am I 5x5, you guys? Because my meter shows that I'm a little low. Do you guys see that I'm 5x5? If I'm not, let me know and I'll bring it up a little more. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, here we go. You've not been doing what I told you to do. You haven't kept none of my statutes. You haven't done anything that I said to do. Oh yes, okay, thank you so much, Mama Bear. So yeah, and you're gonna know who I am because you've not done what I said to do. It doesn't matter where you go. You are a stranger no matter where you go if it's not me bringing you back. Great, Diane, thank you. Hey, R. Jones, thank you. So what he's saying is, hey, Marty, I didn't see you come in. So what he's saying is, hey, it does not matter where you go. You know who I am and you know what I've said you are supposed to do, and you're not doing it. So all of the people are being led astray because these cats are not upholding Yah's commandments and Yah's and all of the things that they are supposed to be doing. And so it says, and when it came to pass, when I prophesied that Pelatiah, the son of Benaniah, died, when I said what Yah told me to say, the charismatic princes, one, Pelatiah, the son of Benaniah, died. Then I fell down on my face and I cried with a loud voice and I said, oh Lord, Yah. He says, oh Elohim, Yahweh. Wilt thou make a full end of the remnant of Yasharal? You see what I love about Ezekiel? A man moved with compassion, a man who loved the people, but he was yet obedient to Yah. But when he saw this happen, he probably cried a little because he was like, gee whiz, this stuff is really coming to pass. And I didn't know I was going to have to watch it, but I am. So in verse 14, it says, again the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and in all the house of Yasharal, holy are they, unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, get you far from Yahweh. Unto us is this land given in possession. So basically, everything I got, I did it myself. Everything that we have, we got here, we're here. All of everything is ours. He's not coming. Who's going to stop us is their mindset. We can do anything we want to do. Who's going to stop us? This whole place is ours. You see, it's given to us. This land is given in possession. It's ours. Therefore, verse 16, say, thus saith Your Elohim Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Therefore, say thus saith Elohim Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered. So mind you, they've all been scattered. We've all been scattered. But even though I'm in this land, I still have to keep the customs of my homeland, of my father, of Yah. I have to. That's my responsibility, to make sure that I don't become them. I may be in their land, but I am not of their land. So he's saying, these are the countries where you've been scattered. And I will give you the land of Yasharal. He says, therefore say, thus saith Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you've been scattered, and I will give you the land of Yasharal, and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and of all of the abominations thereof from thence. And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new heart within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, And I will give them a heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes and keep mine ordinances and do them. And they will be my people, and I will be their people. But as for them, worse heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things and their abominations. I will recompense their way upon their heads, saith Yahweh. Then did the cherubims lift up their wings, and the wheels beside them, and the glory of Yahweh of Israel, or Yasharal, was over above them. And the glory of Yahweh went up from the midst of the city, and stood upon the mountain, which is on the east side of the city. He went to the east side of the city. He went up and stood up on top of the mountain, which is on the east side of the city. Afterwards, the Spirit took me up and brought me in a vision by the Spirit of Yahweh to Chaldea, to them of the captivity. So the vision that I had seen went up from me. Then I spake unto them of the captivity all the things that Yahweh had showed me. So he's saying here, everything that he showed me, I went and I told them. But don't you know that he more than likely allowed him to see him, that the son get slain like that right then? I think so. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm drinking something hot. I think so. I don't want you guys to know that I'm drinking coffee all hours of the day and night. But no, this is just my third cup today. But I had the other two earlier. But anyway, I digress. So it doesn't really matter that he didn't want it to happen. What Yah was doing was bracing him for everything, bracing him for it, showing him exactly what he was about to see, what was about to go on. And when he allowed that one cat to fall out, he said, okay, he's serious. I already seen the other things that Yah has shown me. He is very, very serious. And there's not going to be anything that I can do to stop this. So I better go on ahead and just be obedient. And I better let them know. So when we pick up in chapter 12 says, then the word of Yahweh came to me saying, no, hold on. I want to go back. I'm sorry, you guys. I do want to go back because I want to make sure that we pay attention to the fact that those cats were so, quote unquote, the princes, but they were also supposed to be the men of high esteem or whatnot. And that's how a lot of people are right now with the pastors in the churches and the things of that nature, or they used to be. Now it's sort of, everybody is sort of onto the game. So in chapter 11, where everybody was like, yeah, these guys are good. Look at their names. They can't be bad. A name like Dollar can't be bad. A name like, whatever can't be bad. These names just can't be bad. These guys must be the mouthpieces. I mean, look at them. They've got all this fancy stuff. They must be onto something. And that was my point, is that if you want to put that in today's way, he's not here. We're going to go ahead and do what we want to do. Somebody may say the old-fashioned phrase, well, you need to pray on that. I don't need to. I can see already. I got this. I got this. I'm in this, ain't I? I went to school for this. I got all this stuff. All the stuff that I have acquired over time, I got this stuff. This is mine. I don't have to pray about this. I'm here. I have a ribbon. Okay? So that was my main point as it related to their names being very fancy. But there's other parts. And I'm sure that when Ronnie joins us, he's going to give us the deeper portion of their name. If he's able to get here before we're done. But the point I'm making is that when you look at it on face value, I'm pretty sure that that's what they were thinking to themselves. Listen to these names. Listen to these guys. Obviously, Yah's hand is on them, so what they're saying, it must be true. Now, that's not to say that at one point in their walk they weren't, but at that point, they were done. They were done for because they were leading all the people astray, and those people were doing the opposite of what Yah told them to do. No matter what the story is that was before that, the point is, you're leading them astray. They already know that they're rebellious. I'm going to deal with them anyway, but you guys, they're trusting you guys. And because they're trusting you guys, you got to go. So that's what I wanted to make sure I said. I didn't look back down on my notes, but that's what I wanted to make sure that I pointed out. So now in verse 12, it says, the word of Yahweh also came unto me, saying, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house. which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and they don't even hear, for they are a rebellious house. Therefore, thou son of man, prepare your stuff for moving, and remove by day in their sight. And thou shalt remove from the place to another place in their sight. And it may be they will consider, though they be a rebellious house. Then shalt thou bring forth thy stuff by day in their sight, as stuff for removing. And thou shalt go forth at the even in their sight, as they go forth into captivity. Dig thou through the wall in their sight, and carry out thereby. And in their sight shalt thou bear up upon thy shoulders, and carry it forth in the twilight. And thou shalt cover thy face, and thou shalt see not the ground. For I have set thee for a sign. I've set thee for a sign unto the house of Yasharal. And I did so as I was commanded, and I brought forth my stuff by day as stuff for captivity, and in the even I digged through the wall with mine hand. I brought it forth in the twilight. See, they know what they're seeing, right? Brought it forth in the twilight, and I bear it upon my shoulder in their sight. They're watching him. And in the morning came the word of Yahweh unto me, saying, Son of man, hath not the house of Yasharal, the rebellious house, said unto thee, what dost thou? What are you doing? They said, say thou unto me, thus saith Yahweh, this burden concerneth me, concerneth the prince in Jerusalem, and all of the house of Yasharal that are among them. Say, I am your sign, like as I have done, so it shall be done unto them. They shall remove and go into captivity, and the prince that is among them shall bear upon his shoulder in the twilight, and shall go forth, then shall dig through the wall to carry out thereby. He shall cover his face, that he see not the ground with his eyes. My net also will I spread upon him, and he shall be taken in my snare, and I will bring him into Babylon, into the land of the Chaldeans. Yet shall he not see, though he shall die there. And I will scatter toward every wind all that are about them, all that are about him to help him, and all their bands. And I will draw out a sword after them. And they shall know that I am Yahweh, when I shall scatter them among the nations and disperse them into the countries. But I will leave a few of them from the sword of famine and from the pestilence, that they may declare all their abominations among the heathen, whether they come. And they shall know that I am Yahweh. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, eat thy bread with quaking, and drink thy water with trembling and with carefulness. And say unto the people of the land, Thus saith Yahweh of the inhabitants of Jerusalem and of the land of Yasharal, they shall eat their bread with carefulness and drink their water with astonishment, that her land may be desolate from all that is therein, because of the violence of them that dwell therein. And the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall be desolate, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that they have in the land of Yasharal, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain visions or flattering divination unto the house of Yasharal. For I am Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and perform it, saith Yahweh. And again, now in verse 26, again the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, they of the house of Yasharal say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. You got time. You got time. You got time. Thus saith Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith Yahweh. Now, he's basically letting them know, I understand you got a whole lot of time on your hands, you think you got a lot of time on your hands, but I'm here to tell you that you really don't. I'm here to tell you that I'm the one who makes the timeline, not you. You can think that you got a lot of time, but truly and honestly, you don't. Sorry, you guys, I had to blow my nose. But you honestly don't. You don't have the time you think you do. But see, your pride is telling you that you got time. Your pride is telling you that you can do whatever you want to do. Your pride is telling you you can say whatever you want to say, go wherever you want to go, and do whatever you want to do. But you cannot do that. You can't eat what they eat. You can't live how they live. You can't go where they're going. You can't. You just can't. But that's okay. You keep living like the people that you living next to, and I got some candy for you. Keep on living like you living. Keep on trying to hide out like you're just one of the people in that community, and that's not who you are. You really know you stand out, right? All the people of the community are looking like, wow, these people are over here cutting up like we cutting up. Haven't you ever known that some people who are, remember like back in the day they would say, well, the sinners have more respect for the house of the Father than anybody. Have you guys ever heard that? Or like the sinners know how, they have a little bit more respect, or you see them like they'll see a lady coming from church or whatever, and they may move out the way and give her a little bit of respect or whatever, but they have more respect. So these people are probably in that town like, yo, we be cutting up because that's who we are. But you guys are cutting up just on the strength. Yeah. See, Yah knows who we are. He knows where we are. It doesn't matter. He's got his finger on you. Yes, Mama Bear says sinners have more reverence. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, practicing abominations, thinking Yah was not looking. That's exactly right, Deb Woods. That is exactly right. Sinners have more reverence. And that's the funny part. So that's what he's saying. He's like, you know what? I'm going to do all this stuff that I'm doing. And let me tell you something. They don't have to be right here for them to see what I'm about to do to you, although they are. But what's going to happen is bad news and gossip travels really fast. So I'm going to take these people and I'm going to turn them into somebody who will worship me. I'm going to turn them into somebody who will keep my statutes. Basically, primarily, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm glad to know that I'm not alone in my coffee. Mama Bear, Papa Bear, she's having hers too. So in the chapter 13 of the book of Ezekiel, excuse me, you guys. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Yasharal that prophecy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts. See, it's okay. We got it. It's all right. We got it. There was a video that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm not even sure if I can, because I wanted to take you into this. I wanted to let you get a visual of what I'm trying to say. Well, I would use it just for teaching purposes, but I'm going to just tell you what it was. Back in 2000, gosh, see, I don't really want to say the name of these people. Let me come on y'all's side. Okay, so here's the deal. So back in 2014, there was a video, and back in 2014, the year 2012, there was a statement that was made by a very big preacher. And this big preacher had started talking about candy bars, 2012 candy bars. And he was saying, something about a specific disease that had, been pretty much eradicated by way of, taking the candy bars. So what he ended up saying was, that their place had no problem with the measles, for example. Do you know what happened? All of a sudden, because he said he believed in, taking, those, the candy bars, what ended up happening is there were several children who ended up catching it. They had none in that area at all, none in that state, hadn't had a case in ages. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's like all these homeschool kids that end up getting it. And when they got it, they were able to say, oh, we're going to ask God to heal all of these children, and we're going to make sure that nothing like this happens ever again. And do you know what they ended up doing? They ended up allowing people to go there to get their candy bars going forward. Let that sink in. And when I say big preacher, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys the cat. Okay? Let me go over here and show you. Do you guys have time for that? Do you guys want me to do that? Let me know, because I'm going to pull it up to see if we can see it. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to show you his face. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you his face. And let me show you something else. Here. Okay. Let me see if this is where he has it. Let me just show you his face. Okay, I don't want to hear his mouth at all for no reason. But nonetheless, he had everybody who knows. Okay, okay, I see. Man, we should have made a game of this. We should have had a trivia game out of this. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, here he is right here. But he actually then allowed everybody in his congregation. They now became a place where you can go there to get, the candy bars. All right, so here we are. This cat. It was him. Yep, it was him, 2012. He made the comment. There was none in the whole entire state, I think they said. I'm going to look up the news article, and I'll probably bring it to you guys for our morning cup of coffee. But that's what he said. And then they ended up with several cases after that. Several cases. And then they became a place where people can go and get it. He did the same thing last year with this other thing that we're dealing with now. He did the exact same thing. He got up talking about, you know what? Oh, blank, you get out of here right now. You get out of here right now. Oh, you gotta go. Yep. And he was telling people how we're gonna put our foot on this thing, and we are gonna let's get a candy bar at the end of it all. My former, the one that blew away yes, you remember that? And you know what he said? And so here's my point. They can say a lot of things and they'll be very charismatic, but you cannot trust them because they are not of Yahweh. They are not of your Father. They are not of the place that you are from. Please don't forget that we just understood that under Rome, what was the god of Rome? Well, it was the god of the earth, Melkart, which is Satan. Yes, that's right, Sarah Brown. Yes, absolutely. That's correct. And so when you're considering that, you have to look and say, hey, there's just something that's not setting right with this. And I know we are all going to be side-eyeing everybody going forward. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So when we consider the fact that these people at that particular time were all, doing the same thing and looking at everybody like, oh, we don't have to listen to Yah. We've got this mouthpiece here, and this mouthpiece is going to lead all of us. It's going to make us all safe. It's going to take care of everything that we have to say. So, 13, I think. No, okay. Because I have spoken it. No, we're going to read it again, even if I haven't. I don't think I started anyway. Anyway, let's go. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Yasharal that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, That guy was talking out of his own heart. He was not being led by Yah at all. That came, what I just told you about, that came out of his heart. That was not Yah. Hear ye the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Yasharal, thy prophets are like foxes. Somebody else tried to correct us the other week when they said that, you know what, the word foxes was not used in the Old Testament, but that Jesus used it in the New Testament. It's right here, and it's a sly term. It means sly, slick. Thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge of the house of Yasharal to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, Yahweh saith, and the Elohim hath not sent them, and Yahweh hasn't sent them. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Yet ye have not seen a vain vision, and have ye not spoken a lying divination, whereas ye say, Yahweh said it, albeit I haven't even spoken. I haven't even said it. I haven't spoken. Yeah, I haven't said it. Have you not seen him do that? And I haven't spoken? You've been sitting right here. You already know. I didn't say it. Haven't you watched them do it? You know it, albeit I have not spoken. Therefore, thus saith Elohim, Yahweh, because you have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore, behold, I am against you, saith Yahweh, and mine hand shall be in the prophets, shall be upon the prophets that see vanity, that divine the lies, that they shall not be in the assembly of my people. They're not even going to be counted among them. Neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Yasharal, neither shall they enter into the land of Yasharal. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, because they have seduced my people, saying, peace, and there was no peace. Think about that, you guys. Where have we heard that? Peace, and there is no peace. Think about that. We've heard that before. Peace, peace, and there's no peace. They have seduced my people, saying that peace and there's no peace. And one built up a wall, and though the others daubed it with untempered mortar, say unto them which daub it with untempered mortar, that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and ye, O great hailstones, shall fall, and a stormy wind shall rend it. Lo, when the wall is fallen, shall it not be said unto you, where is the daubing wherewith you have daubed it? Therefore, excuse me. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury. And there shall be an overflowing shadow in mine anger, and great hailstones, and my fury to consume it. So will I break down the wall that ye have daubed with untempered mortar, and bring it down to the ground, so that the foundation thereof shall be discovered, and it shall fall, and ye shall be consumed in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Thus I will accomplish my wrath upon the wall, and upon them that have daubed it with untempered mortar, and will say unto you, the wall is no more, neither they that daub it. The wall gonna be gone, and the ones that daubed it. Neither they that daubed it. To wit, the prophets of Yasharal, and the prophecy concerning Jerusalem, and which ye see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, saith Elohim Yahweh. Now this is another reason why I didn't want to just read straight through, because I want to focus on this right here, Ezekiel 13:17. So this is the false women prophets, right? Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of the people which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them, and say, thus saith Yahweh, or Elohim Yahweh, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every statue to hunt souls. Who is the father of the land that they're in? Hunt souls. Will ye hunt the souls of my people, and will ye hunt the souls alive that come unto you? Now, what were they fighting for last year? They kept saying it all last year. Almost every time somebody mounted a platform during all those debates, they kept saying they were hunting for what? They were fighting for what? The souls of America, right? Yeah. Man, I wish we were all together where we could sit down and just see each other, because I want to tell you something. They were all saying the same thing because they have the power and authority to say that in them, because in the place where these women were, that was the spirit that was running that joint. That was the spirit that was over that place. Every single place has a spirit. Every principality is rulership over a certain location and area. And because that was the God of that house, of that place, of that land at that time where they were, that is the reason why they were able to literally do that. There was lots of stuff that was going on in that time frame. And that's exactly right, Diane. And they were hunting them here. Okay? So many dots being connected. Oh, hallelujah. To Yah be the glory. Hallelujah. So they had the right to say what they were saying, because that's who they rock with. That's who they roll with. Yeah. And people didn't know it. And you know what? It's so sad, because people who thought that they were actual believers were really down for those individuals. But nevertheless, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes and make kerchiefs upon the head of every statue to hunt souls. Will ye hunt the souls of my people? And will ye save the souls alive that come unto you? And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die? So basically, you're going to go put spells on people? You're going to go and let somebody come to you and you guys are going to barter? You're going to do what you're going to do, but you're going to take what they're going to give you for the souls of my people? Again, verse 19. And will ye pollute me among my own people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live? By your lying to my people that hear your lies? So this is what they're picking up. This is the land that they're in. And these are the traits and the characteristics. Because who is it that's going to give them the barley? If it was just their people doing it among themselves, that's their people. But somebody he was vexed for a reason. Because that's what they do. But it was his people that was going. And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live? By your lying to my people that hear your lies? Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against your pillows. He's against my pillows. There's that guy that sells the My Pillows. I didn't say that by accident. Think about that. And then think about a song written by the Thompson twins. Starts with an I, L, ends with a E. 3 times. I am against your pillows, wherewith you hunt souls, to make them fly, and I will tear them from your arms, and will let the souls go, even the souls that you hunt, to make them fly. Your kerchiefs also will I tear and deliver my people out of your hand. So this is what this land does. These are the practices that this land does. His people landed there. His people are there. But these are their practices. And his people have gotten all wrapped up in their practices. Soothsayers and all these other things. These are the things that his people have gotten wrapped up into, and they get wrapped up into it, and then they go and they ask questions, and they go and they say, well, what's going to happen now? And they're going to these people. He's like, you know what? I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. So your kerchiefs also will I tear and deliver my people out of your hand, and they will be no more in your hand to be hunted. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, because with lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hands of the wicked, that he shall not return from his wicked way by promising life. You promising him life. The hands of the wicked's life, they're promising. But don't you know that there are some right now in this planet today that will actually do certain things to restore? Vanity is amazing. They'll try to restore their youth. There's certain things that they'll take, certain things that they'll buy. They believe in these really weird things that will give them long life. Hunting souls. Put it together. Therefore, ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divinations, for I will deliver my people out of your hand, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Okay, let's go to chapter 14. The idolaters, elders condemned. All right. Now, very funny that this is mentioned here. Romans 14, 13, 23. Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 8, 1 through 13. But if we were to click it here, you guys can read that on your own time, in your own study with new eyes. And then I want you to see how watered down that is, and look and see that it doesn't have nearly the punch or the purpose. Okay? In verse 1 it says, Then came certain of the elders of Yasharal unto me, and sat before me, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart, and put a stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? Therefore speak unto them, and say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, thus saith Elohim Yahweh, every man of the house of Yasharal that sitteth up his idols in his heart, and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before the face, and cometh to the prophet, I, Yahweh, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols, that I may take the house of Yasharal in their own heart, because they all are estranged from me through their idols. Okay? Therefore, say unto the house of Yasharal, Thus saith Elohim Yahweh, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn away your faces from all of your abominations. For every one in the house of Yasharal, or the stranger that sojourneth in Yasharal or Israel, which separateth himself from me, and setteth up his idols in his heart, and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and cometh to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me, I, Yahweh, will answer by myself, and I will set my face against that man, and I will make him a sign and a proverb, and I will cut him off in the midst of my people, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. And if the prophet be deceived when he spoken a thing, I, Yahweh, have deceived that prophet. Remember, we were reading this with Ronnie the other weekend. I think he touched on it the other night too. And I will stretch out my hand upon him, and I will destroy him from the midst of my people. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him, that the house of Yasharal may go no more astray from me, neither be polluted any more with all their transgressions, but that they may be my people, and I may be their Yahweh. or their Elohim, saith Elohim Yah. The word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and I will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine unto it, and I will cut off man and beast from it. Though these men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it. Oh, I love this. He said, even though these good men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in the land, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith Yahweh. If I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beast, though these 3 men were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh Elohim, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. Or if I bring a sword upon the land, and say, sword, go through the land, so that I cut off man and beast from it, though these 3 were in it, as I liveth, saith Elohim Yahweh, they shall deliver their neither sons nor daughters, but only they shall be delivered themselves. What he's saying is, if these 3 men was in any of the cities, and any of these things happen, everything but them, no matter who it is, whether it's their child, their wife, their mammy, their daddy, no matter who it is, the only ones that's would be left in this case would be either Noah, Daniel, or Job. It doesn't matter, because these people are a rebellious people. They are a rebellious people. So though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall be cut. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. By their righteousness. That's it. They shall deliver their own souls. That's it. By their righteousness. By their righteousness. That's it. That's all. Their own souls. For thus saith Yahweh, how much more will I send my 4 sore judgments upon Jerusalem? The sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when you see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause, and all that I have done in it, saith Elohim Yahweh. So that takes us up to 14, because we're coming right up on the hour. And yeah, no matter what he's saying, I don't care, the only people that would have been saved would have been either Noah, Daniel, or Job. Though that's it. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live. You know, people say that's on my word. As I live, saith Elohim Yahweh, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. So what he's saying is, I don't care who your mama is. I don't care who your daddy is. I don't care who none of them is. You gone. Because they're all a rebellious people. And so don't you see that Yah was really hurt by the actions of his own that knows who he is. They know who he is. And they know who he is, and they don't even esteem him. They know who he is. They know what he's capable of doing. And they don't care. They don't have a care in the world. They don't. They don't care. And that's why it's so heartbreaking. That is why it is so heartbreaking. Because he's saying, they know who I am. They know the things that has been done. They remember somebody in their family got to know all the things that I've done for them. There's just no way that they don't know that I'm the one who delivered them. It's absolutely impossible. And yet they live like this. So can you imagine all that he's done for you? All that he's done for you, all that he's given you, all that you know that he's brought you through. But even in the other passage, the other night, what did it say? It said that he saw them. They literally put the plants or put the stems. I think it's the stems or the, what was it, Ronnie? Was it the stems or something like that they just stuck up under their nose to smell like the leaves or whatever? They actually pretended like they were humble, because if you go back and you study that, you'll find that that particular move to take the plant and put it under the nose or whatever, it was an act of humility. CCN TV, welcome. It was an act of humility. You see that? It was an act of humility, and they literally did it. Leaf Desi, welcome. Yeah, it was, you see? Yeah. So this is exactly why we're studying this, because I'm glad you followed me, girl. I'm glad you got it. Because we need to see, and I apologize, and I thank all of you guys for welcoming folks as I was on the other side and could not see over yonder. Thank you. But this is really what we have to hone in on, and it's the fact that he's judging them, and he's going to judge us if we're not living right, if we're not doing what he tells us to do. Once we know what we are supposed to be doing. Ronnie Mann says, Revelation 18:13, in the last day, Mystery Babylon is selling beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And souls of men. They're selling them. Look, you guys know the stuff that I like. You guys know that I'm really into the whole, the robot stuff. Those things intrigue me because I know where we're headed. I really, really like the science stuff. Like you see, I've done some stories that were dealing specifically with the porcine, the pigs, and all that other stuff where they're making the organs and all. You guys know that stuff intrigues me. And it intrigues me because people probably would have never thought that it was possible, but I did since I was a little bitty kid. My mother's no longer with us, my birth mom, but I was telling her when I was a little girl that they were going to be using that to make people. When I saw them using, what was it? I think they were trying to do the dolly or the sheep, or it was something. It was a long time ago. I don't remember which incident it was, but it was basically an incident that was how they would test tube babies or something like that. I don't remember which incident it was, but I know I told my mama they were going to be making people like that. And that's why it's always intrigued me, the space and spaceships and stuff in the sky and all those other things. Places like Atlantis have always, those kinds of things have always amazed me. But get this. Souls of Men sounds a lot like some of the Black Mirror stuff that Netflix has, right? Souls of Men, where they hook up the back of the neck and then all the person's mind, their dream. What is the soul? The soul is the seat of the will. Yes, it is. The soul is the seat of your will. What you will to do is in your soul. It's in your soul. And that's the reason why when we have the new covenant that was given to us in Jeremiah 31:31, he wrote it right there where the soul is, the seat of the soul. Why? Out of the abundance of the heart, he said, I put it on your mind and on your heart. Out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. And what's in your heart is who you are. What's in your mind? What it says, keep your mind on him. Keep your mind on him. Yeah, this is the branch under the nose. False humility on their part. That's right. That's right, Ronnie. Right here. False humility on their part. Because that's what that means. That means humility. Oh, I'm humble. So that's why I'm saying all the stuff that they're doing, the new covenant was given to us. Jeremiah 31:31. If you don't believe that the new covenant was given in Jeremiah 31, or if you don't know it, then you are subject to take all of the stuff that somebody just tells you. All of the stuff that someone simply tells you is what you're going to believe. You're not going to believe the truth because you don't even know the truth, unfortunately. Unfortunately. You don't even know the truth, unfortunately. And in Jeremiah, it was already given. The new covenant was already given in Jeremiah. And here these folks is in Ezekiel cutting up. Now here, Ronnie, are the Ezekiels and those are in order, correct? Because Jeremiah is before Ezekiel. Yeah, so that is in chronological order. So that means that these folks had firsthand knowledge that they had a brand new covenant. Why? Because the family members and the forefathers, they did break the other one. They did break it. They broke it. They broke the other covenant. They broke the covenant. And so when they broke the covenant, they got a new one. Jeremiah 31:31. But these cats over here in Ezekiel, very rebellious house, y'all keeps reminding the reader. He keeps reminding Ezekiel that they're very rebellious. Yeah. But see, if you don't know that the new covenant was given in Jeremiah 31:31, you subject to do all kinds of stuff because you think you got time. But Ezekiel starts out in chapter 11 saying, yo, you ain't got no time. You don't have time. Why are they lying saying you got time? Come on, let's just build some houses. Come on, let's do what we want to do. Let's build some houses. Our own teeth will be set on edge for eating sour grapes. Hallelujah. For the word. Yeah. Put it in context, you guys. Look at it. So we've got the people who were living foul, but we got the people who were living foul following the false teachers. The false teachers were giving them a timeline. Hallelujah. The false teachers were giving them a timeline that was based on what they wanted the people to believe, so that way they could confound the people of Yah. So they could have control over the people of Yah. So they were giving them those timelines to build houses and to go ahead and just live it up. Living it up, oh yeah. Friday night. That's what they were doing. They were giving them these timelines, telling them, oh, you have time. And they were making all kind of money, trading all kinds of stuff, giving all kinds of false words to people, telling them, oh yeah, this is going to happen. But the children of Yasharal were sitting up there lapping it all up, just eating every inch of it. Every sick piece of the vomit they were eating. They were taking all of it, Charlie. Hey. They were taking every inch and they were believing it. They were believing all of it. But get the timeline, you guys. Exodus, they made the grand exit, right? Yah gave them that exit. Then you look right over here in Jeremiah. They got the new covenant. A new and better covenant. They got the new covenant. And it was better because Yah wrote it on the minds and hearts of his people. And each person would be responsible for their own situation. No more would the sins of the father be visited upon the children. No more any of that. None of that. You're going to be responsible for what you did, and that's going to be it. All right? Let's go over to Jeremiah 31. We're going to look at what it is. We're going to look at just what it is, okay? Because it's important for us to look at it. Since we're here right now, we may as well keep it in context. Yep. Hold on. I'm glad that you guys are saying hello to everybody in the chat for me while I be on the other side. All right, here we go. Jeremiah 31. Go to Bible Hub. And let's just do, for convenience sake, we'll just go on ahead and do King James. Going down here to chapter 31, verse 31. Let me pull it up on the other side for you guys. Okay, let me get it for you. Thank you, Ronnie. Ugh. Gee. See, I can't stand that. I don't like this thing when you come on the other side. Thank you for texting me, Ronnie. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh. Oh. Okay. I like this one right here, the little audio buttons. Everybody, audio. Technical difficulties. She can't see the chat. Audio. Oh no! Ronnie, can you call her before her voice gives out? Yes, indeed, because you know it's on the way, right? All right, so let's do it again, you guys. So in this right here, we're going to look at the new covenant. He is telling him what the new covenant is going to be. He's laying it out right here. He's laying the whole entire thing out right here. And as he's laying it out right here, telling me, here it is. This is what it's going to be. But I'm going to tell you guys what he does not say here. What he does not say here is, I'm going to throw all of my law in the trash. Well, because if he did that, then he'd be contradicting himself. And he's jealous of himself. You already know that. So you know he ain't going to contradict himself. He's not going to do that. What his word is, he going to perform that. He said, yeah, this is my word. Now watch me perform it. So right here, the new covenant has been laid down already. It's already laid down. He's saying in a minute, you're going to see this new covenant, and this is how it's going to be. It's not going to be the old one because they broke it. Okay? So in Jeremiah 31, okay, he says pretty soon this is what's going to happen. I want y'all to know. But listen. Let's read it, and I'm going to tell you something. Look. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Yasharal and with the house of Yehuda, not according to the covenant which I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand, to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they did break, although I was an husband unto them, saith Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Yasharal after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will put my law. I will put my law. The whole thing. I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will write it in their hearts, and will be their Yahweh. And they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know your Elohim, Yahweh. For they shall all know of me, from the least to the greatest of them. Everybody's going to know who I am, from the smallest to the greatest, saith Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I'll remember their sin no more. Why? Because his law is no longer on tablets of clay. His law, the same law that was on the tablets and the clay, is now in your heart, is now in your mind. Especially considering the fact that right now today, all of our legal homes and houses used to have it. On this, at least here, every one of our courts had the Ten Commandments. Heck, even some of the schools had the Ten Commandments. But the Ten Commandments, or the law, all right, the law, they took it away. Not only did the children of Yasharal break it, devour it, they just did not have anything to do with it. But here's the deal. Those who willfully do the will of Yah, he writes it in the hearts, right? It's there. You have instant recall of what he said because you willed to do it. And that's the reason why he's telling you, no more are you going to be responsible for your brother, your neighbor. No. It's going to be me and you. For I will forgive their iniquity. And then at that time, I'm going to remember their sin no more. Thus saith Yahweh, which gives the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, and the waves thereof roar. And Yahweh of hosts is his name. Who? Who is it? Yahweh of hosts is his name. For those ordinances depart from me, from before me, saith Yahweh. Then the seed of Yasharal, if those ordinances depart from me, saith Yahweh, then the seed of Yasharal also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Get this. He never says in here, anywhere, well, the law was too hard and you guys don't have to worry about doing it. Live as you want to live. Because you got a really nice personality, and I know your heart. I know you're a good person. I know you've done some nice things in the past. Darn it. Here, let me just give you some grace. I'm going to give you grace, and that's what you're going to live by. You're going to live by some faith, and you're going to live by grace. You don't have to worry about anything. I got you. I already know you didn't mean to do it. You didn't mean to do it. Yeah, you didn't. He does not say that at all. It's not written anywhere. Why am I making it a point to say this? Because for those who want to say that he did away with the law under the new covenant, that is not true. Because the new covenant, the only difference is it's not written on clay tablets. It is the consecration of the heart of them that want to serve Yah. Once you have been separated, once you are separated, once you have yielded to him, once you have bowed your spirit and your will and your way to the ways of Yahweh, once you have decided that the only thing that you want to do is please him. And the sweet part is when you are obedient to the fact that he says keep his commandments and keep his Sabbath and keep his law as a whole, he blesses you for doing it. Each and every one of the feast days, as an example, has a covering in it. Every single one has safety in it. Can you imagine not keeping them and expecting to be safe? Can you imagine why over the years, or can you think about why over the years where you really thought that things should have been okay and you felt like things were fine, but you just didn't know why some of the same things that happened to other people were happening to you? And you're supposed to be a child of God, you would think to yourself, right? Well, could it be that we all knew or had the example of the Ten Commandments in our lives, even as children in our schools? We know them, and most of us could say them. But inasmuch as we knew them and had all the proof that they existed, We allowed those people, like the cats with the fancy names that we just got through reading, we allowed them to talk us out of the truth because we regarded them as messengers of Yah, because that's how they sold themselves. Even though we can go back and read it, even though we could all recite it before we came to this knowledge, and we sold ourselves. We really did. We played ourselves. So when people tell you the law was done away with, you got to do the whole roll. Well, what's the problem with doing the whole law? There's nothing bad in it. If that was the case, there's nothing bad in it. So what's the issue? Hi, Poppy Love. There shouldn't be an issue, right? Okay? There shouldn't be an issue. Sarah Brown says, it only matters what Yah thinks. That's the only opinion that matters. Hallelujah. 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 They're loving on you, Poppy Love. Yep, they are. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of y'all's ears right now. It's been a little over an hour. But I'm glad that you guys joined me this evening. I'm glad that we all had the opportunity to talk about this. And you know what? I hope that with the scriptures that you've been able to get today, you can just, write them down and study them in your own time. Think about some of the comments and stages, some of the phrases that were used in the passages that we read. We read out of King James. So if you're studying, remember that what we've read tonight, and if there were any questions that you had, they came from King James. So you may want to study the interlinear with King James in mind, okay? Because that's where we study. And I try to make sure that we do King James for the most part, because that's the one that we all grew up with and that we all know. And so, excuse me, you guys. And so if we keep that in mind, it will help us when we're studying. All right. And if you guys find out anything that you want to share, please remember the email is Felicia@FeliciaLockhart.com. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you all for being here. And you guys, Ronnie has a Habakkuk 2:4. The just shall live by faith. The real translation, the righteous shall live by his imunah, his fidelity. Imunah, his fidelity. Hallelujah, right? Okay, you guys, I want you all to remember, first off, thank you all for your for keeping me in your mind. And thank you guys, all of y'all, for keeping me in your I can't say prayers, but interceding for me. Thank you all for interceding for me. I think we have a mold problem in the house. I think that's what it is. We're having somebody come out and take a look, because I listened back to some old audios, and I've been having this issue for a minute. But yes, we did find a little bit of some water dripping. So yeah, they're going to come out and check that out. Oh boy. Okay. I love everybody here, and I want you guys all to remember what we always say here on this channel, and that is that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. You guys take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Until we see each other again, please continue to be blessed. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping